An Air India plane bound for London's Gatwick airport has crashed during takeoff. The incident happened at India's Ahmedabad airport on Tuesday. 232 passengers and 12 crew members were on board. These included 169 Indian nationals, 53 British nationals, 1 Canadian and 7 Portuguese, according to the airline. India's federal health minister said that, quote, many people were killed. The injured, meanwhile, are being taken to hospital. Authorities say that the Boeing 787-8 plane crashed in a civilian area near the airport, and that at least 30 to 35 bodies have been recovered from a building at the crash site. Air India said on social media X that it was, quote, ascertaining the details of the crash.
An Air India Boeing 787-8 Dreamliner bound for London crashed on takeoff at Ahmedabad Airport in India. At least 242 passengers and crew members were on board, officials say, with 1 person surviving. An Air India plane bound for London's Gatwick Airport with 232 passengers and 12 crew members on board has crashed on takeoff at Ahmedabad Airport on Thursday. Air India, whose numbers differed from those of the National Civil Aviation Authority, reported that 2 fewer people, or 242, were on board, including crew. There were 169 Indian nationals, 53 British nationals, 1 Canadian national, and 7 Portuguese nationals on board, according to the airline. The police first said there were no survivors of those on board. However, 1 passenger has survived the crash and has been hospitalized, according to authorities. The plane, a Boeing 787 Dreamliner, crashed into a residential area close to the airport shortly after takeoff. Local media reported that the aircraft crashed into a medical staff hostel in Ahmedabad shortly after it left the runway. Unverified photos show the tail of the plane lodged in a building with plumes of black smoke billowing behind it. It is unclear how many were injured on the ground. Police Commissioner G.S. Malik said some residents would have also died in the wreckage. Exact figures on casualties are being ascertained, Malik added. He later told the press that at least 41 were taken to hospital for treatment. Malik also told India's A9 news agency that one of the passengers, identified by his seat number 11A, survived the crash and has been in the hospital and is under treatment. The flight manifest made public by authorities identifies the person in seat 11A as Vishwas Kumar Ramesh, a UK citizen. We received the last signal from the aircraft at 08:08:51 UTC, just seconds after takeoff, tracking website Flight Radar wrote in a post on X. The Air India flight was scheduled to arrive at 6:25 p.m. local time, 7:25 p.m. CEST. Videos from the scene show a low-flying aircraft trailing flames and descending toward a residential neighborhood before bursting into orange and black smoke. Heartbreaking beyond words. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi called the tragedy heartbreaking beyond words. Meanwhile, UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer said the scenes of a London-bound plane carrying many British nationals crashing in the Indian city of Ahmedabad are devastating. The UK Foreign Office has arranged crisis teams in India and the UK, Foreign Secretary David Lammy said. My thoughts, and I'm sure those of the entire House, are with those who've been affected by the tragic plane crash in India this morning, Lammy told the House of Commons. We know that British nationals were on board, and I can confirm that the FCDO is working urgently with local authorities to support British nationals and their families, and has stood up a crisis team in both Delhi and in London. India's aviation minister, Kinjarapu Ram Mohan Naidu, said he was shocked and devastated when news of the crash in the Indian state of Gujarat broke. We are on highest alert. I am personally monitoring the situation and have directed all aviation and emergency response agencies to take swift and coordinated action, Ram Mohan Naidu said. Rescue teams have been mobilized, and all efforts are being made to ensure medical aid and relief support are being rushed to the site. My thoughts and prayers are with all those on board and their families. The jet was 11 years old. This is the first ever crash of a Boeing 787 aircraft, which was introduced in 2011 according to the Aviation Safety Network database. Boeing said it was aware of reports and working to gather more information. Air India's chairman, Natarajan Chandrasekaran, said that the company's primary focus is on supporting all the affected people and their families. Like and subscribe for more.